Once in Vijayanagar, it kept raining continuously for several days, due to which people were very upset.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Para Brahma.
Oh no! What's this? What are you doing?
Prayer to the God for stopping the rain.
You spilled my rasam.
Not only Raju, but also others in Vijayanagar wanted the rain to stop. Among them was Chani Prasad, the sculptor of Vijayanagar. Where could he find the stones to sculpt statues in the rain? So he began sculpting the stones he had at home.
Wow.
Oh, where did my stone go? It was here somewhere. Huh? Where is the stone? Move away from there, please.
Oh, what happened, my dear?
Have you seen my stone that I used to grind the chutney?
How do I know?
What? You made a statue of this too? Now how do I grind the chutney? Where are you running away?
Whether it was Raju's prayer or Chani Prasad's patience, the rain stopped and the open sky of Vijayanagar was narrating the story of the havoc caused by the rain. When Raju left for the temple to thank God for stopping the rain, he saw something by the riverbank that he had never seen before.
Miracle! Oh God! After helping us overcome the troubles in Vijayanagar, you yourself came to bless us. We are blessed! I'll tell this to everyone!
Oh no, not this. Not even this. Not a single stone is of use to me. Oh God, this is injustice.
God has come! God has come!
Justice has been served quickly, God. This flat stone is perfect for sculpting a statue. It will be a lot of fun. I'll bring my chisel and hammer right away.
In the same stone where Raju saw God, in that very stone, Chani Prasad thought it would be perfect to sculpt a statue. But this was not going to stop here.
I'm very tired now. You go and take some rest too, huh? Wow, such a flat stone. Why not take some rest on it? Oh, it seems I fell asleep. And why not? This place is so nice. And on top of that, this stone is so flat. This place will relieve all the tiredness of my business friends too. I'll inform them right away.
Hey, wait. I say wait. Let me carve the statue first. Then we will fill it with colors.
This is not color. It's turmeric and vermilion. How sinful you are. God himself has appeared and you can't see it?
But how can he appear until I carve the stone with my chisel and hammer?
Stop! Leave!
My friends, go and fight somewhere else. We just want to relax here. What is the problem with you? Huh?
Bhaskar, it's me, Pannu.
Oh, so you did all this? Ah!
How dare you sit on my god?
This is a stone for sculpting, not a cot.
Don't you try to come in between this.
This stone is for making sculptures.
No, this is my god.
This is my stone.
No, it's mine.
No, it's mine.
It is neither yours nor yours. It is mine. Leave
Stop there! Arjun, who are they? Huh?
They look like tribals. We are soldiers of King Vidyadhar. Move back.
We need to clear this stone blocking the path.
I'll see how you move my god from here.
This is my stone for sculpting. If I complain to the king, you will be in big trouble.
We are also merchants. Don't try to threaten us by using King's name. Go and make your statue somewhere else. This is for our relaxation.
Eh?
This is my stone, understood?
Hey, Keshav! Why are you washing clothes on our god?
But where is your god?
Look, this is our resting and relaxing place. Move away from here.
What relaxation? This stone is for making sculptures.
Statue? Resting place? God? This is my stone for washing clothes.
What?
The mud might have stuck to it due to the rain. That's probably why there's a misunderstanding among all of you.
Huh? He's talking as if his name is written on it, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes. What? Have you seen it now? Now go from here. I have to wash the clothes of the royal palace.
Decades ago, there was a very beautiful island in the faraway ocean where there were big trees, beautiful ponds, and sublime waterfalls. And oh, I forgot to tell you one thing about it. The rare white stones of this place, which were used to make the most magnificent sculptures in the world.
Get down. What method is this for bringing the stones here?
Forgive my brother. If I had waited a little longer, my boat would have sunk under the weight of the stones. That's why I had to do it without thinking.
You are a strange person. What if someone's head got injured?
Oh, am I strange or is it your island's rule? Have you ever heard that if someone wants to learn the special art of sculpting, they need to bring their own stone? Look who is talking. First change your rules. Then we will talk. I'm leaving.
He spoke the truth. There's indeed a flaw in our island's rules. If we want to get rid of the daily troubles caused by the stones, then we'll have to talk to the king.
Please tell me your problems.
My king, the problem is that our royal sculptor Amar Sen's art of sculpting is so renowned that people from far and wide come to learn sculpting here.
But this is a matter of pride for us. What is the problem in this?
The problem isn't with that, my king. The problem lies with the condition for learning it. And the condition is that whoever wants to learn this art must bring their own stone. Now, due to this condition, stones keep falling on our shores constantly, causing a lot of trouble in our trade.
Minister, is there a shortage of stones in our kingdom that artists are asked to bring their own stones?
How can you say that, my king? Where there's no shortage of gold, silver, food, or anything else, how can there be a shortage of stones, my king?
So what's the matter then? Amar Sen must have thought something before implementing this rule.
If you wish, we can ask Amar Sen to come here and explain.
No, he's not just the royal artisan but also my friend. So I will go to meet him myself.
And King Himabindu, along with his people, went to Amar Sen's sculpture school, where everyone was surprised to see the king himself. Amar Sen asked the reason for the king's visit, to which the king inquired about the unique rule of bringing stones to learn the art of sculpturing.
My king, our kingdom may be quite small, but its soil, trees, plants, and even stones are nature's gift to us. And nature has created everything with a purpose. These trees, plants, water, mountains, stones, everything. Any interference with even one of these can disrupt nature's balance. And then there will be nothing left here. If there's nothing left, what will we give to the coming generations?
Wow, Amar Sen, wow. I'm really pleased with the way you think. And as for your issues, I will soon arrange for a separate shore to be built for the sculptors to bring stones, so that you all don't face any inconvenience.
Thank you, my king. This is a great idea.
Everyone was pleased with the king's justice. And as the king had promised, a separate shore was made for transporting stones, which made the merchants happily continue their businesses. After a few years, when Maharaj Himabindu's son Rajdeep took over the throne, everything started to change gradually, because the thought process of King Himabindu and the new King Rajdeep was quite different. All his decisions were solely for his benefit. After a few days, those who had previously complained started to fill Rajdeep's ears again about sculptor Amar Sen and his rules regarding the transport of stones.
Summon Amar Sen to the royal court immediately.
Forgive me, my king, but he is your father's friend. You should personally go to him. Your father used to do the same.
Don't forget that I have taken the place of my father as the king. My orders must be promptly followed.
And upon the orders of the new king, Amar Sen appeared in the court shortly.
I terminate the rule that requires sculptors to bring their own stones for learning sculpturing, effective immediately.
But my king, this can be harmful to us and our kingdom.
Please leave the profit and loss to us, because we have found out that due to the rule of bringing stones, many artists do not come here at all. So neither will this rule remain, nor will artists hesitate to come here. If more people come here, they will bring more business to us, which will contribute to the progress of our kingdom.
But
I'm not finished yet. You have served this kingdom for so long, and for that, this kingdom is grateful to you. But now it's time for you to rest. Therefore, you are relieved from your duties with immediate effect.
As you say, my king.
In his pursuit of immediate benefits, King Rajdeep failed to foresee the consequences. With the introduction of the new rule, a large number of people started coming to the kingdom. Heavy mining for stone began. To transport the stones to the city, trees were cut down to make carts. The digging caused soil erosion. The temperature increased. Drought set in. As a result, people gradually started abandoning the island. And in just a few weeks, apart from stone statues, nothing was left on the island. And just as Amar Sen had advised King Himabindu, if the balance of nature is disrupted, everything will be lost, which eventually came true. Thus, the king's wrong decision turned the entire prosperous island into barren land and forced the happy residents to leave their homes.
There, due to the king's wrong decision, he had to leave his kingdom. And here, it seems due to Uppi Uncle's wrong decision, we will have to leave the tent. Uppi Uncle, Amma had warned you not to remove stones from the riverside, but you ignored her. And now see, because of that, water is entering the tent.
Oh no! Sorry, Amma.
Where will we sleep now?
Babu, Chiru, come with me. Yay! If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.